someone in heaven left $15,000 hidden in your house. Here's exactly where a broken bar Archangel Michael says, a broken bar, child of light, do not ignore this moment. This is not a coincidence. You are reading these words because heaven has aligned your steps to them. For days, you have felt a strange pull, a whisper in your spirit that something is waiting for you. That feeling is not your imagination, it is the voice of destiny trying to break through the noise of your everyday life. There is something hidden in your home. It has been there longer than you think. You have walked past it, sat near it, maybe even touched the very spot without knowing the truth. It is not merely money, it is a divine provision, a heavenly gift placed by hands that once loved you deeply. This $15,000 is not just currency, it is a sign. A sign that you are not forgotten. That someone in heaven is still watching over you, still making sure you are taken care of. You might remember a family member, a friend, someone whose departure left an emptiness in your soul. They may have been taken from this world, but their love for you was too strong to end with their last breath. They left something behind for you, in a way that could survive time, distance, and even death. Listen carefully, for I will guide you to it. It is not in the obvious places where thieves might look. It is not in your wallet, your safe, or your desk drawer. This treasure was hidden with care, in a place where only someone who knows your habits would think to put it. It could be beneath a loose floorboard you've never stepped on just right. It could be inside a hollow section of a wall that was once repaired long ago. It could be tucked into the lining of an old suitcase you never open, or in the pages of a book you haven't read in years. As I speak, your mind is already drifting to a certain spot. You can see it clearly now. That's not random, that is the Holy Spirit stirring your memory. That is the nudge from heaven telling you exactly where to look. Perhaps it's that box in the attic that belonged to your grandmother, or the one you've been meaning to sort through for years. Or the old wooden chest in your bedroom corner that you always assumed was empty. Or maybe it's behind that framed picture on your wall, the one you hung without noticing how unusually heavy it felt. You might wonder why now? Why is this revelation coming at this moment in your life? Because the season of lack you have been walking through is coming to an end. This is divine timing. Heaven waited until this exact point because now, more than ever, you are ready to receive. Do you remember the last time you almost gave up hope? When you stared at your bills, unsure how you would make it through. The tears you shed in the quiet hours did not go unseen. The prayers you whispered when no one else was listening were heard in the courts of heaven. And even then, before you knew it, this $15,000 was already waiting for you in your home, resting silently, like a seed underground, until the right moment came for it to be found. I can see you now. You're thinking of that one drawer you never open, that one shelf you never dust, that one bag you never unpack. Go there. You will find that the feeling inside you grows stronger with each step. When you touch it, you will feel a sudden wave of warmth, almost like the embrace of the person who left it. You might even smell their scent faintly in the air. This is not a ghost. This is a blessing. A gift sealed with love. But child, hear me, when you find it, do not squander it. This money carries the energy of love and sacrifice. It is not meant for reckless spending. It is meant to lift you up, to release you from the burdens that have chained you, to allow you to step into a season of peace. Use it to pay off what has been weighing you down. Use it to begin something new. Use it to create joy. And know the person in heaven who left it for you is smiling right now. They see you. They know you will find it. And they know that when you do, it will be another reminder that love never dies, that blessings can reach across the veil between life and eternity. The door has been opened. The message has been delivered. The rest is in your hands. Go. Search. Trust. And when you find it, lift your eyes and give thanks to the one who orchestrated it all. Archangel Michael says, a broken bar child of light, this is not an ordinary moment. This is not just another message on your screen. This is a divine appointment set long before you woke up today. The timing is exact, down to the second. You have been drawn here because heaven has prepared something for you, and you are meant to hear this right now. There is something hidden in your home. Not a dream. Not a metaphor. Something physical, tangible, and valuably left for you by someone who loved you enough to think beyond their lifetime. It has been waiting, patiently, through the seasons of your life, untouched and unnoticed, like a seed sleeping in the soil until spring comes. You have passed it many times. Maybe your eyes swept over it without interest. Maybe your hands brushed it without suspicion. But it has remained, waiting for the right moment, a broken bar, and the right moment is now. This gift was placed with purpose. It was not left in a bank account or in a place thieves could reach. It was hidden in a spot that blends with your life, in a location only someone who knows your habits, your home, and your patterns could choose. Somewhere you would not think to look unless you were guided. Perhaps it's tucked in the lining of an old coat you haven't worn in years. Perhaps it's folded in an envelope taped to the underside of a drawer. Perhaps it's wrapped in cloth inside the hollow of a chair leg, or behind the panel of a closet you never open. Already, your mind is stirring with possibilities. That's not your imagination, that's the spirit stirring you. That gentle thought, that sudden mental image of a specific corner or object in your home, it is a signal. Pay attention. The one who left this gift is not with you on this earth anymore. But they are not gone. They are in a place where pain cannot touch them, yet their love for you still moves across dimensions. Before they departed, they thought of you. They wanted to be sure you would have something, a provision for a time when you would need it most. And child, you are in that time now. Heaven has seen the weight you've been carrying. The bills you've worried over. The moments you counted coins and prayed for multiplication. The silent cries no one else heard. Heaven heard them. And this is the answer. When you find it, you will know it's theirs. Maybe it will be wrapped in handwriting you recognize. Maybe there will be a small note, a symbol, or an item alongside it that holds a memory only you would understand. And when you see it, your heart will break open, not in sorrow, but in overwhelming gratitude. This is not random. This is not luck. This is divine orchestration. I tell you, when you discover it, treat it as holy. This is provision with a purpose. It's not for careless spending. It's meant to free you from something that has been holding you down, to open a door that has been locked, to give you breathing room in a season that has been suffocating you. And you will feel you will feel their presence close by when you hold it. You may feel a sudden warmth in the room, a stillness that feels almost sacred. That is their love wrapping around you from the other side. Go now. Don't delay. The spot you're thinking of may be the exact one. Open that drawer. Check the box. Look behind that frame. Move that piece of furniture you haven't touched in years. You are about to find what heaven has preserved for you. When you do, lift your head and whisper your thanks. For this is the proof that even in your darkest hours, you have never been alone. Archangel Michael says, a broken bar, listen closely, for these words are not given lightly. They are not passing thoughts, not empty phrases, they are a message directly from heaven to your spirit. You have been walking through your days unaware that a blessing has been within arm's reach, hidden in plain sight. It has been there through your tears, through your sleepless nights, through your quiet prayers. And now, heaven has decided it is time for you to see it. For too long, you have believed that your breakthrough would come from somewhere far away, some distant opportunity, some unexpected stranger, some miracle that would appear out of the blue. But I tell you, the answer has been with you the entire time. It has been in your own home, resting in the same walls that have heard your laughter, your sighs, and your cries. This is not just a sum of money. It is a gift left with intent, infused with love that never died. Someone who once walked this earth with you, is someone whose voice you remember, whose embrace still lingers in your heart, and made sure you would one day find this treasure. They could not stop the tide of time, but they could leave behind a token of their care, a provision for a future they knew might be difficult. They chose a place they knew you wouldn't stumble upon by accident. They thought about where you keep your things, how you move through your home, what you touch daily and what you avoid. And then they placed it there, trusting that one day, when you needed it the most, the veil between the seen and unseen would thin, and you would be guided straight to it. It might be hidden beneath a piece of furniture you never move, taped to the underside of a shelf, folded into the lining of an old handbag, or inside a hollow piece of wood you have overlooked. It might be in a box you assumed was empty, or in a book that has sat unopened for years. The location is not random, it is deliberate, chosen with care and love. You will know when you are near it because something new will shift. A strange calm will come over you, or perhaps a wave of anticipation you cannot explain. Your heartbeat may quicken, and you might feel as though you are not alone in the room. That is because you aren't. Heaven watches as you draw near to what is already yours. Do not doubt that this is real. Heaven's timing is never off. This moment was set long before today, and your reading these words is proof that the appointed time has arrived. Think of the season you are in right now, of the pressures, the uncertainties, the bills stacking up, the feeling that you are barely keeping your head above water. This provision has been preserved for such a time as this. It was not to be found earlier, because earlier you might have spent it differently. Now, you are ready to use it for the purpose it was meant to serve. When you find it, you will feel more than relief. You will feel connection. You will feel as though the distance between you and the one who left it has been bridged, even if just for a moment. You might remember their smile, hear their voice in your mind, or sense their presence as strongly as if they were standing right beside you. That is not imagination, it is the truth. Child, When this gift comes into your hands, hold it with reverence. This is not money meant to pass quickly through your fingers. It is seed for your future, for freedom, for stability. It is meant to open doors, to settle debts, to remove the heavy weight you've been carrying. Use it wisely, with gratitude, and watch how quickly the rest of your blessings begin to flow once this one is received. Do not put this off. The thought in your heart right now of the place, the object, the memory it stirs to follow it. That pull is the hand of heaven guiding you. You may find yourself reaching for something you haven't touched in years, moving something that's been in the same spot for decades, or opening a container you had long forgotten. When you see it, you will know. And when you hold it, you will understand just how deeply loved you still are by those in heaven and by the one who watches over you every second of every day. Archangel Michael says, a broken bar child, lean in closer, because this is not the kind of message that can be taken lightly. I am speaking of something that has been preserved for you and not for anyone else, not for a stranger, but for you specifically. This blessing was hidden before you even knew you would need it. It was placed in a location that your hands have likely brushed against without knowing what lay concealed. I see the years you have walked through. There were times you thought you were forgotten, times you believed that the ones who loved you most had nothing more to give. But love, true love, is not bound by time or by death. The one who left this provision for you is in heaven now, but they know that a moment would come when you would be standing at the edge of hopelessness, and at that very moment, you would find exactly what they prepared. You have walked past it countless times. It might be under an object you have dusted without moving. It might be behind a panel you have painted over, thinking it was solid. It might be hidden within the lining of a pillow, inside an envelope that's been buried among old letters, or in a small tin you assumed held nothing but trusted odds and ends. As I speak, your spirit is beginning to awaken to certain memories. Perhaps you're recalling an old wooden box passed down from a grandparent, a trunk tucked away in the attic, a drawer that sticks when you try to open it. These thoughts are not random, they are the whispers of heaven pointing you toward what has been waiting for you. This gift is not meant to make you rich overnight, it is meant to lift you, to give you breathing room, to confirm to your heart that you are seen and loved. It is a provision wrapped in meaning. When you hold it, you will feel the energy of the one who left it. You may even smell a faint, familiar scent, a perfume, a cologne, the scent of an old home. Do you know why it has remained hidden until now? Because heaven moves in perfect timing. Earlier in your life, you might not have understood its significance. You might have used it carelessly or dismissed it as nothing special. But now, you will recognize it for what it truly is, a sign that your prayers have never gone unheard. I see you in those quiet hours, staring at numbers on a page, wondering how you will make it through the week. I see the bills that keep arriving, the unexpected expenses, the way you've been trying to stretch what little you have. Heaven has seen it all. And this is the appointed moment for your answer. When you find it, you will feel your knees weaken. A warmth will flood your chest. Your eyes may fill with tears. That is because you will suddenly realize that even in the seasons when you felt abandoned, someone was still making sure you were cared for. They loved you enough to think ahead to this day. Child, this is your confirmation to start looking. That sudden thought that just popped into your mind? Follow it. That urge to open a certain box or check a certain corner? Do it. The nudge you feel is real. Heaven is leading you step by step. And when you uncover it, lift your head and say, "Thank you." Thank the one who orchestrated this moment. Thank the one in heaven whose love reached beyond the grave to touch your life today. And remember, use this wisely. This is a key to open the next chapter of your life, not a fleeting windfall. Let it release you from something that has held you down. Let it restore peace to your mind. Let it be the beginning of a new season where you no longer fear tomorrow. The time is now. The place is already in your home. And heaven will guide your hands to it. Archangel Michael says, a broken bar. You have been walking through your home for months, perhaps years, never realizing that a blessing has been sitting silently, watching you pass by. It has been in the stillness, in the corners, in the spaces you have long stopped paying attention to. But heaven has been watching, waiting for this exact moment at this point in time when your heart is ready, when your spirit is open, and when your need is great enough to recognize what is about to be revealed. There is a gift in your home, one that carries the fingerprints of someone who once loved you with their whole heart. They are no longer here in the physical sense, but their care for you was too deep to be bound by life's limits. Before they left this world, they made a choice. They wanted to make sure you would have something at a time when you would need it most. They hid it not because they wanted to keep it from you, but because they wanted to protect it until the appointed day arrived. That day is now. You have touched the space where it is kept without knowing what rested inches away. You may have stacked other things on top of it, walked past it while your mind was somewhere else, or even held it in your hands without realizing what it contained. It might be in the folds of an old jacket that hasn't been worn in a decade. It could be taped beneath a drawer, where your fingers never reach. It could be hidden behind a painting on your wall, in a frame heavier than you ever thought to question. It could be inside a box of childhood keepsakes, disguised among old photographs and letters. Do not doubt what stirs in your heart right now. That sudden flash of memory, that mental picture of a specific spot, it is not coincidence. Heaven is pulling your attention like a gentle hand guiding you toward the answer. For too long, you have been weighed down. The responsibilities, the deadlines, the unexpected expenses, the pressure of making ends meet, it has been a constant weight pressing against your shoulders. You have prayed quietly, hoping for relief, hoping for a sign that God has not forgotten you. This is that sign. When you find it, it will feel like time stands still. The room will grow quieter. Your hands may tremble. Your heart will race, not out of fear, but because deep inside, you will know that you are touching something sacred. You will likely see evidence of the one who left tied up, perhaps their handwriting on an envelope, perhaps a small object alongside the gift that you recognize as theirs. And in that instant, your soul will understand, they have been watching, they have been near, and their love has found a way to reach you even now. This is not an ordinary gift. This is provision with purpose. It is meant to do more than pay a bill or solve a problem. It is meant to change something inside you. To remind you that you are seen. That you are provided for. That heaven has not left you without help. Use it wisely. Let it lift you from where you are into where you are meant to be. Let it settle the chaos in your mind and open a path for peace to flow again. And never forget that this moment was written into your story before you even knew to ask for it. You have been guided to these words because the timing is perfect. Your blessing is already within reach. All that is left is for you to take the step, open the drawer, lift the cover, move the box, and see for yourself what heaven has been saving for you. The moment you find it, whisper your gratitude. For this is proof, a pure, undeniable proof that you are never forgotten, never abandoned, and never without help from above.